So dicks are like boomerangs. They always come back. And this video exemplifies why is it that if you wait long enough, you will win. Learn how to use male nature against themselves. Okay. So with that being said, let's begin with the video. And don't forget, we're having seminars across the United States and Europe next year. We're having one in July in New York City. So if you guys want to sign up, just click on the description down below. By joining the email list, I'm gonna send you guys the dates on the email list. Okay. So let's begin with the video. And yeah.
Here's exactly how I went from being an option to the only damn option. Story time. When I was at university, I dated a boy, let's call him Jason. Jason was kind of funny, smart, charming, kind of. And Jason had it pretty easy. After the first maybe 2 times that we went out, date night turned into me going over to his house in probably a jumper a bit like this, a pair of leggings, ordering a pizza, and they would happen at like 9 p.m. Okay, you get the picture. Shamefully, I would ditch friend plans, Friday night plans, everything if Jason had invited me around. So safe to say he had it pretty easy, right? And this went on for 4 or 5 months-ish. 4 or 5 months, yeah, you heard that right, 16 to 20 weeks.
First rule she broke. After 2 or 3 months, if they don't want a relationship, get the fuck out. Get out. Okay? I'm gonna be honest with you because of the dating culture we have. I'm gonna be honest, okay? Women don't agree with me, but there's nothing wrong. You can go back to a guy's place, you just don't sleep with him on the first date. Okay? But most people, like I've seen it with my own eyes, like it's actually kind of normal. Just don't sleep with him on the first date. That's all you gotta do.
And I really thought at some point we were going to have that conversation around being exclusive, and me being the girl thinking that girls couldn't bring up things like that, didn't bring up that conversation.
Well, no, you don't bring it up. But what you do is that is after 2 or 3 months, you're sensing he's not bringing it up. You slowly start to pull away, and then he'll bring it up, or he'll let you fade away into nothingness.
Didn't bring up that conversation around being girlfriend, boyfriend, exclusive, whatever the hell that was. So anyway, after around the 5th month had elapsed, Jason told me that he didn't want to see me anymore because he wasn't looking for anything serious.
Well, the fact that he said that specifically meant that he saw your needy, creepy face, and he was like, "Ah, this chick really likes me." I'll be honest with you, he was nice to you. He could have dragged all of this down and wasted your time for years. And a lot of women, because the guy doesn't break up with them, they leave. You know, the last girl that I was with, she left because it just wasn't working out. You know, some women never go to that point where they say, you know what, I'm done. They have to have the good grace of the guy to do it for them, right?
And this is after seeing me basically every week, probably multiple nights per week.
Yeah, but that's the thing. You didn't set any boundaries, right? So first of all, you don't let the guy see you all the time, especially when he's not committing. And above all, some you gotta have a periodic break, motherfucker. Like go absent, go ghost, and be distant for like a few days, and cancel a few dates when you're sensing he's not giving you what you want. If you're not willing to walk away, then start playing that game. Let your unavailability do the dirty work for you.
For the last 5 months, but he's not looking for anything serious. And a month down the line, Jason posts on Instagram with his new girlfriend, and I really thought that would be me, but it wasn't.
So she was giving pick me energy. The guy sensed that. Look, ladies, guys, just like you could tell when a guy wants poom poom. Guys can tell when you're desperate for a relationship. I mean, it's one of the most obvious signs as guys, and it's hard to hide that. You know, it's hard to hide that. And in order to stop giving those creepy signs, you got to be happy, man. It really comes down to happiness. Because when someone doesn't want us, we get unhappy, and it shows in our face as being needy and creepy.
Few years slipped by and I've moved on with my life. I have a lovely lifelong partner.
See?
I've qualified as a lawyer. I've been to law school.
By the way, that don't change. That don't make the guy like you. But notice how now she's happy, right? Now she's happier, and then this happens.
And I've built myself a multiple 6-figure business.
That don't mean nothing, as
I'm in a pretty
guys.
different place when Jason saw me. I mean, I might still be wearing the same clothes, but I'm a very, very different person. And Jason came crawling and slithering right back into my DMs on Instagram, asking me if I wanted to go for a coffee. 2 years later. Did we reply to Jason? Did we? No, absolutely we did not. We left Jason on red. Am I going for a coffee? No. Am I that same girl that you met at university? No, because you know what I've done? The inner work to learn to validate myself. Am I ditching plans with...
Now look, the fact that she got a lawyer, she became a lawyer, that don't mean shit as guys. That don't mean shit. It's the fact that it validated her. It made her feel worthy. That is what makes a guy react. Not the fact that you got a law degree. That don't mean shit. In fact, that could hurt you, right? When a guy when a guy comes crawling back, unfortunately, you got to realize that she was smart about it. Most likely, she didn't take him back because she didn't like him. But what people don't understand is that when guys come back, they don't come back to stay. They come back to leave again. It's a pattern. Most likely, he finished with his ex. Now she wants to give. Now he wants to give her a shot.
friends to go and see a boy? No. Am I learning that I would be totally enough on my own? Yes. And this is nothing to do with the fact that I've got a new partner.
Yeah, you got a new partner. What the fuck? Like, don't act like a superhero now, boo
Even
boo.
before that point, I was single for a long period of time, and I vowed to myself that I would never be with anybody unless they bring something to my life, because I am perfectly happy on my...
That shit don't work. Telling yourself that don't work because you gotta understand the when somebody breaks our heart, when there's trauma from relationships, those feelings are as close as to a crack addiction, and it's a compulsion. And a lot of the times you can't control yourself, and you say that you control yourself until the moment comes. It's like Mike Tyson says: everyone has a strategy until they get punched. These emotions are emotions from your childhood. It's really difficult to control them, especially when you don't know the source of it, you know?
my own. And that's because I've learned the concept of boundaries, looking after myself and validating myself. These boundaries, like going to the gym, like my hair done, having my nails done, sound silly, but it's massive. And working on my confidence, so someone like Jason is not going to wreck that. Validate your damn self first and have the conversation with the boy.
So, what are the lessons we can learn from this? Well, first of all, when a guy comes crawling back, especially after months of dating in and out, don't take him back. I'm just being honest with you. They're not there to stay, and they might think. Let's say right here, people. Let's have a little conversation with psychologist Alex. They might think they're doing it because they changed their mind. When in reality, it's just that life circumstance changed. Most likely, he broke up with his ex, and now he's fishing for options. And you're the option, right? You still went for 5 months, right? Um, a lot of women, unfortunately, because of how lonely we are, will accept them. And they'll call me and say, Father Alex, what should I do? Well, if you were in that situation where you broke up with them or they broke up with you because on and off, first of all, at least he was honest enough. I'm gonna be honest with you. You got to give the guy props. He was honest enough to break up with her needy, creepy self, right? What you got to do is say, I don't like the way things ended last time. Are you willing to make it up? If he says, what am I willing? What should I do? Ladies, y'all know what's coming. He's gonna have to lick your ass. You're gonna say, you're gonna have to lick my ass. You wasted my time. Then if you want to come back to me, you got to prove it. You got to lick some ass. Do I shower? I don't know. You're gonna have to find out. It's not guaranteed. It's not a metaphor, people. I'm being serious. The reason why is because when people do that, you break the pattern by punishing the reward. You give him a punishment before you give him the reward. Now, if he's a freak and he likes to eat groceries, well, then you're doing him a favor. We should change the strategy, okay? Because now we're just fulfilling his dreams. It could be that maybe you make him find out something, man. Y'all got to get creative with it. It's a punishment, so you guys are really good at it. You guys can think of something. But that's what you got to do, man. Personally, don't take people back. Hopefully, your self esteem is at a place where you're able to say no to something you want. Because the truth is, self respect is saying no to something you want. It's saying no to your feelings. She managed to develop self respect by learning how to regulate her emotion, and all of a sudden, she was able to do that. And I can promise you, he respected her afterwards. 100%, guys. respect women that stand up to them. Especially guys respect women that wake up, that wake up. That they respect women that wake up. Let me know of your experience with a situation like this, and I'll see you guys next time. Take care. Are you needy and creepy? Do you have a tough time coming across confident when you like the person? A lot of the times you just don't know what to do. You have habits and patterns that whenever somebody triggers you, you completely forget what to do the right thing. Well, guess what? I have a course for that. And it's called The Psychological Game of Attraction, Natural Chemistry, and The Feminine Woman. What I call the fundamentals. All of those courses are meant to eradicate and exercise the needy, creepy parts in you through action. Meaning, you do what the videos say, and without a shadow of a doubt, you actually get the results. You'll notice that men call you back more. Men will want more relationships with you. They're gonna be the ones that are needy and creepy. They're gonna be the ones that want something. They're gonna be the ones that are the aggressors in trying to get a relationship out of you. But the problem is that a lot of people just watch one or two videos and completely forget that there's actually a system. Don't just watch one or two videos. Get the system either by purchasing all of them and get a discount, or purchase them individually. Because a lot of the times, just watching one video in isolation, you actually miss the big picture. You have to understand why it works. You have to understand what to do next. And a lot of times, my videos just can't address that. A lot of people, you see by the testimonies right here, a lot of people have done what those videos say, and they've gotten results. Like the other day, I was in Mexico and they were like, "Hey, Alexis," and I'm like, "Hey, oh my God, your videos are so great." And I'm like, and she was like, "Look at my kid." I'm like, "What you talk about your kid? That's not my kid." She's like, "No, no, no, because of him, because of your videos, he's here." And I'm like, okay, all right, that's a. But I get that a lot. And ironically, that woman watches all of my videos, right? So purchase those courses, man. And if you don't like it, you actually could get a 30-day money back guarantee, right? Purchase them individually or get a discount and purchase them all by clicking on the description down below. You have the option of purchasing the one with the bonuses that obviously it's more material, where it's like I give you guys meditations. There's also other courses on how to make friends, how to master anything, or you could purchase it without the bundle, which is much more affordable. All right. And with that, you guys are able to support my channel, which will allow me to make more videos. Okay. Anyways, see you guys inside, and thank you.